Now, what is historical context in poetry? Okay. So when we talk about historical context, this refers to the time, period, historical events, social conditions, political issues, and cultural environment in which a poem was written. So understanding historical context helps reader discover why the poet wrote the poem and how the events of that time influence its meaning. So it answered the question, what was happening in the world when the poem was written? How did those events influence the poet? Why was this poem important during that period? Okay. So again, without historical context, readers may only understand the poem's literal meaning. So with historical context, they can appreciate its deeper meaning and significance. So we can answer the question, uh, why is that poem? Why is the message of the poem uh, more on fear, more on struggles, more on perseverance? Because the poem has its history or has its own past. Okay. So in analyzing historical context in poetry, we have different steps to follow and guide us throughout analyzing the poem. So first, we have to search the historical context. Okay. Then we will identify the poet's background, then examine the theme and subject matter, analyze the language and imagery, and consider the historical relevance, and lastly, interpret the poem's message. Okay, let's discuss the first step. Okay, so first step, search the historical context of the poem. So the first step is to learn about the historical events and social conditions during the time the poem was written. So we will consider what are the major historical events or what is the major historical events that might have happened during the time when the poem was written. So is there a war? Is there a revolution? Or is there colonization? Okay. Next, political situation. So what do you think is the situation of their politics during that time? So are the politicians supporting the people, the individual, or the community during that time? Okay, how about social issues? What do you think are the problems or the challenges being faced by the society during that time? Cultural beliefs and traditions. What do you think are the beliefs, the practices, the traditions, or the way of life of the people in that time? And lastly, economic conditions. So, do you think their economic condition is stable or not? Okay, let's proceed. So, in searching the historical context, for example, suppose a poem was written during World War II. So knowing this helps reader understand why the poem discusses fear, separation, loss, hope for peace. Because during that time, people might have been experiencing starvation, struggles, being uh, traumatized because of the violence that are happening in their surrounding because there are war. So that explains there's fear, there's separation, there's loss, or the people there are hoping for peace because it is a World War II. Okay, next step. Identify the poet's background. So a poet's personal experience often shape the poem. The poet's background help explain their perspective and purpose. So the background of the poet highly influence the story or the poem that he or she is writing. For example, a poet who experienced poverty may write about hunger, inequality, and resilience because that is the real life experience of the poet or the writer. Okay, again, the real life experience of a writer can influence his work or his poem highly. Okay, let's have another example. If the poem experience neglect, rejections, or the writer experience violence, what do you think the writer will write about? Okay, the story or poem that the writer or the poet might write might have the theme of sadness, neglections, negativity, because it reflects the experience or the real life experience of the writer. Okay, again, whatever the experience of the writer can reflect the stories, the poems that he or she will write. Okay, okay, next step. Examine the theme and subject matter. So after understanding the historical background, we will identify what is the poem mainly about. So we talk about the theme and the subject matter. But first, what is the theme? Of course, the theme is the lesson or the central message. It is what the writer want, wants us to know and wants us to learn. Okay, example. The theme might explore freedom, love, justice, hope, sacrifice, and resilience. Okay, whereas subject matter, it is the main topic being discussed, or this is what we are mainly talking about. For example, the poem or the story might talk about war, it might talk about family, nature, discrimination, or the culture of the people in that poem. Okay, again, subject matter, this is what we are or who we are talking about, or the subject itself. Again, theme is the message. Subject matter is the subject or the one we are talking about in the poem. Next step, analyze the language and imagery. So poets often use figurative language and imagery to describe historical experiences. So in analyzing language and imagery, we should look for metaphors, similes, symbols, imagery, and personification. Okay, so I believe you're already familiar with those figures of speech, and it is easy to identify them in the poem. Example, the broken chains fell to the ground. So in this example, the broken chains, the literal meaning we might think the chain is literally broken, but its historical meaning or the symbolism of it, we might think of it such as the broken chains symbolizes freedom from slavery or oppression. Okay, so that is how we identify language and imagery in the poem. Okay, next step. Consider historical relevance. So think about why the poem mattered during the time it was written. So what issue was happening? Why did people need this poem? So how would readers at that time understand it differently from the readers today? So let's have an example. Poem encouraging unity during a national crisis would inspire people living through that event much more deeply than readers who encounter it many years later. So, for example, a poem written in historical context of World War II can still be relevant in encouraging unity today because the experience and messages it contains often address shared human struggles, cooperations, and the importance of standing together during difficult times. For example, poems from World War II period often describe suffering, sacrifice, hope, and resilience. So this theme can remind modern readers today that division, hatred, and conflict can cause great harm. So while compassion and solidarity can help communities overcome challenges. So by reflecting on the past, people today can learn the value of respecting differences and working together. Okay. So its historical relevance for the readers today, it wants us to know that through unity, through working together, we can overcome challenges and problems. Okay, next. For the last step, Interpret the poem's message. So finally, combine everything that you have learned. So ask, what is the poet trying to say? Why was this message important during that time? So is the message still meaningful today? So remember that many poems continue to resonate because their themes such as hope, justice, or resilience remain relevant across generations. Okay? So even though we are facing problems, challenges, the values that we learned during the past can still be applicable in this present time. Okay, such as the value of unity or working together can help us overcome challenges and problems in life. Okay, so those are the steps in analyzing historical context in poetry. So to further deepen our understanding in analyzing historical context, I have prepared a activity or an activity. Okay, for this activity, I have prepared a short one stanza poem. So you will analyze historical context and follow the 6 steps in analyzing historical context in this poem. So in this poem, freedom called across the sea, voices rose beneath one sky. Through darkness covered every land, hope refused to say goodbye. So you will follow the 6 steps and analyze the historical context of this short poem. I will post this in your Genio account, and of course, you will submit it in your Genio accounts. Okay? After this activity, we can proceed to our next discussion about figures of speech and sound devices.